Hello. Hello. Hold on, let me turn on. Look at how wholesome this wallpaper is. First of all, behold this wallpaper. Isn't that nice? Definitely nothing you'd cancel somebody over. Second of all, Agent Straggler, thank you for the sub. Just finished the main Phantom Liberty story, so good thing Alan Wake is a happy game where nothing bad happens either. Gotta keep the vibes consistent. Bad things are always on the verge of happening in Alan Wake.
Let's get out of here!
As the guy screaming about how things look really bad. I'm trying to think of any actual, like, seriously negative consequences. I guess some people die. That's probably as bad as it gets. But counterpoint, maybe they were nerds. Maybe they were big jankety nerds. We'll have to find out. Oh yeah, this game's way quiet. There's more good vibes in Alan Wake than I remembered. Like goofy characters, saying goofy things, music cues that are nice. I guess combat is not uplifting. This dude's screaming at you the whole time. Oh yeah, I gotta go through the hedge maze.
Al, hurry up! I can hear those evil guys moving around!
Ooh. Duh. This dastardly and devious maze has gotten the better of me.
I can see them moving around! They're coming for you!
Yeah, the TV show that comes on sometimes, Night Springs. Night Springs. Can't tell if this game has locational damage. It might. It's either locational damage or enemies have randomized health, which is a pretty fun technique in survival horror games. Ooh.
I stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area, surrounding an unlikely centerpiece. A full-size stage complete with an impressive sound system with all the trimmings, including a dragon. It took a special kind of crazy to build something like this in a remote field. When the sky split open with a deafening boom and the music started blasting, it felt strangely appropriate.
I thought that didn't happen until the DLC. I remember there being a lot of old Gods of Asgard in the first expansion. But maybe you're just at the farmhouse a lot. Man, I put on Poet and the Muse today when I was taking a shower, and that was great. I'm still thinking about that. About singing to that in the shower. Hey, if you want a top recommendation, here it is. Sing that song at the top of your lungs in the shower and you won't regret it. I can't remember where it is in the game though. It might be in one of the chapter endings. Oh! Polly, I see that. Polly's redeemed a real trading card. Horrible streams! Thanks for the sub. How goes the replay? Very, very well. The game is about as complicated as I remember, which is to say not very. But the story is a lot more charming. Like, there's a lot more quirk. And it's revealed in a very natural way than I also remembered. Polly, let's get you your trading card. Okay, here's the card stack. Well, you can't see it, but here's the card sack. We're going to draw a card out of the card sack. This one. What is it? Oh. An offering. Oh, there's like a chromed out goblin with a chromed out arm holding a sack of gold coming out of his mouth. Uh-huh. Offering Battle ends with no winner and both sides go to their ready area. Part of the Hyborian Gates collection. So, congratulations. Congratulations. I don't know what the hell that is. What? Hey, sorry. Whoop. That's my copy pasta. The thing is, Horrible Streams has won something before, so. Then I gotta take it down in my ledger. And I have to turn Dark Reader on again. Should it be illegal to not have a dark mode? I submit yes. I think I should be able to sue whatever company I want for not offering a dark mode. Oh, okay. You got something great. Okay. So we're all set then. Hold on. Great. Fantastic. Thank you very much for watching the stream, Horrible Streams. Hope you enjoy your card. Do not let it beguile you. You will want to stare headlong into it for hours. This is fine, as long as you have some kind of escape plan. Maybe some kind of tether wrapped around your waist to pull you away from its allure. Oh! That's why we explore.
Hartman hurried down the corridor. He had disliked leaving Wake when he was surely at his most susceptible to therapy. But this was not an ordinary storm. Wake had been writing, and he had woken something up in the depths of the lake. Now, it was coming for him. Hartman had naturally prepared for a situation like this. The idiot brothers would keep Wake distracted while Hartman double-checked everything, just to be sure.
Just to be sure. When did we switch from MK to this? Ooh, it was a while ago, Fire Guy. I met with the raid crew and we beat a raid already. In a completely different game. Hey, Pop-Tart. Yeah, I've been pretty good. It's been a couple of busy weeks, but excuse me, really phlegmy tonight. Today was super chill. Finished up a lot of like. Ooh. Yeah, I'm excited to get back to MK1. That game was way more charming than I expected it to be. Boss fight. Ah! Oh, you're doing homework? Man. I don't know if I could... I guess I have been in situations in my life where I've had to do, like, homework. But to do, like, coursework again, such another life. I feel like, I have dreams about it sometimes. Must be an interesting process. caught some dudes checking me out at the gym earlier today. Then they realized I'm in fact not a woman. They looked away real fast, which gave me a giggle. You caught the fellas admiring your humps? That's the homie. Gotta be careful, fellas. There are times when I want to go back to school and I remember the homework. I don't think I could take that. Even just like something about having to... Oh, new orders here, finally? Yes. Steph's watching, what is it called? Totally Killer, I think. It's pretty clever. I thought we had a new order sting, but it in fact was Bananarama. A 2077 marketing lives vid was very interesting. Yeah?
Mott knew that Wake was smarter than him.
I'm glad it was interesting.
A beautiful wife, everything. And Hartman said Wake was important. That made him better than Mott. But Mott was calling the shots now. He'd expected Wake to whimper and grovel, but instead, he seemed willing to fight. Mott knew he'd gotten under Wake's skin. If only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made him shiver.
Yeah, fun ride through slasher tropes. Slasher tropes through the lens of Gen Z. Oh, greatest thing about graduating and entering the workforce is being able to leave work at work. Yeah, I guess when you're a student, that's kind of your livelihood, right? Or that's your occupation. I don't know. I worked through most of school, but it was sort of like when you're in school, it is kind of your raison d'etre. I have to say that as smart as I can. There's no mantling in this game. I think you kind of expect work to take that, and it does for a while, which is bad. And then it's the messy business of figuring out how to be like a independent adult, or what that even means. Sometimes I think I have dreams about coursework because it's kind of the most opposite from what I do now. It's structure. I think my brain might crave it in some way. It might feel totally awash without it. So it wants that structure back. Like everything, it was like layers of structures. Everything had the building had a structure, the layout. You had to be in a class at a certain time. The classes were all labeled or maps. And you had to be in the class for a certain amount of time to do a specific preordained thing. And that lasts a very prescribed amount of time. And then there's a prescribed amount of those gaps that you have to cross to get to the end. I don't know. It's very different than the sprawl of time that happens after that. Why are you talking about mundane things so casually? You're supposed to be scared while playing this? Are you though? Alan Wake is thrilling. Alan Wake's not really scary. Alan Wake 2 is supposed to be scary.
For the moment, Barry was just glad he had survived the fall. He had been separated from Al, and there was no easy way to climb back up. He told himself he'd be okay in the gloomy forest at night. He would just have to wait for a while for Al to find his way down. Barry turned when he heard the heavy footsteps and saw the movement. The man-shaped shadow lunged at him from the bushes, an axe held high. Barry screamed and threw up his hand. The world exploded.
Wake 2 is looking like it'll be more confusing than scary. Yeah, I'm only saying that because they're saying that. They're calling it survival horror. They never really called Alan Wake that. Even though it has the facade of one. We'll see, you know? I don't know. It seems like I'm trying to think of what the word is. It might be more intense. Like more gruesome imagery. I don't think they just go with like gore though. Not gore for gore's sake. Ooh, you study French. No. And I kind of hope I'm getting set up for a D's nuts right now. What do you think captures the Twin Peaks atmosphere better, this or Deadly Premonition? That's a tough question. I'm gonna say Deadly Premonition, because there's a whole lot of Twin Peaks that's downtime, just like random conversations between characters that sometimes you're kind of lucky if it even adds up or makes sense by the end of it. Like long, empty shots of nothing. That's kind of the Deadly Premonition experience. Awkward, busted conversations with NPCs, lots of downtime between like anything happening, and then like bursts of intensity, bursts of being in the nightmare realm, and that's pretty much how the show was. So yeah, I think Deadly Premonition's got it. This honestly is trying harder to be more palatable, so I think it tones back on the weirdness, which is honestly another thing I think Alan Wake 2 is going to embrace a lot more confidently, which I'm excited to see.
Hartman watched as Wake's features slackened. The man was bullheaded, no doubt. Even lying on the bed, he'd almost broken Hartman's nose the second time. But with a little time, he could break Wake down, give him proper direction. Wake was easily the most promising subject he'd had. Well, since Tom, really. Sleep well, Alan, Hartman whispered with a smile. Let me take care of you. He sniffed hard to clear his throbbing nose, swallowed blood, and barely tasted it.
Hold on. Got an immigrant link? What we got? Oh, yeah. Memes. Turn up the game a little more. Yeah. The dialogue's quiet is the other thing. On top of being quiet, it's also like some of the audio is mastered pretty low. I think you're right, though. Yeah.
Alive!
Let's get out of here. Can you open this gate?
Maybe.
Barry!
Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up, and the key
Yeah.
kind of loose in a lot.
Fuzzy Bear, I agree. The new show was a lot more surgical about its downtime. It was still there. It was still there almost by intent sometimes. But yeah, Twin Peaks: The Return. Gamer Stretch. Streams.
I'm on it!
Rough time for a Gamer Stretch. I have flare. King Saren, yeah, I agree. Twin Peaks: The Return. It was as good as you could expect.
Well, I found the key!
It was more Twin Peaks for better and worse. I don't know. I was pretty satisfied with it. I don't even consider myself like a Twin Peaks fan, but I feel like I kind of got what they were putting down, and I was like, oh, okay. It felt like it actually had
Please tell me we're headed for the
meaningful
nearest
reveals
pier.
and
Now
kind of
we
actually
might fall.
gave a
Go
little more
back
structure to
inside.
what was going on.
Going to the Anderson
All
farm.
right, I'm
I
gonna
knew
do
you were
some
gonna say
squats.
something like
Open up
that.
these
You know what?
hips.
You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
I'm crazy, but that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the
But
craziest.
maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can.
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before, it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. We just need to find it.
Look out! Al!
Look out!
Al, talk to me!
I had lost my gun in the crash. Barry was nowhere to be seen.
Sometimes the older character animations are kind of fun. The kung fu grip, stuff like that.
Barry! Barry!
Oh, man, you're okay! Jeez, it's good to hear your voice! I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way. Man, what a drop! Don't worry, your cutout is fine.
Forget that! Are you okay?
I hit some bushes, didn't get a scratch.
Hey, for the bushes, Barry.
Climb down, though. It's like a sheer wall. Ah! Al! There's something moving down here!
Barry, it's a taken! Use a flare, Barry!
Oh! Yeah!
Barry, are you
You
alright?
see him? Kinda?
I'm good, Al! I'm great! Guess you never messed with anyone from New York City before, huh? You're gonna have to find your way around to the farm, Al! I'll be waiting!
Huh. Okay.
Barry, just wait for me, okay?
Al! I'm not staying here! It's suicide! I'm going to the farm! I'm gonna go ahead and secure the area! You can catch up! Don't worry about it! I'm on the case!
Now he's Rambo. This would turn into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
I think he's got it. Oh yeah, he's got the cutout. No one's gonna mess with that cutout. Yeah, I'm kind of remembering why Barry is awesome. Also, he's like... You always have an affinity for the character that's like on board right away. They're just like, you know what? Fine, fuck it, yeah. This all makes sense. Sure. Let's do it. I don't have a flashlight. Barry should go to There Goes My Hero. I agree. Jesus. He certainly do. We just have to wait for the right moment. That could have been a good one, of him running off. But he was too far away. He did aim for the bushes.
When he stopped the car at the Anderson farm, Walter felt relieved. Oblivion was close at hand. The brothers wouldn't miss a jar of moonshine or two in the booby hatch. But then he saw the man on the porch, and he knew who it was. Driving for his life and knowing it was useless, he didn't realize he was crying until he couldn't see the road for the tears.
Hey, Katerina, thanks for the raid. How's it going, everybody? We just had a little dose of literature. We're trying to get to the farm. We've had a bit of a traffic accident. Got separated from Barry. Alan's put it together, though. The lake is a magical thing that gives life to creative works. Ow. And the darkness feeds off of that. He knows his wife is not dead, just trapped. So I guess now he's trying to figure out how to find her. Oh boy, that's a lot of stuff. Ugh. This is the same thing I went down earlier, right? Yeah. All the little things are knocked over. Yeah, Captain, you're right about that. Barry has Enzo vibes from Bayonetta now that I think about it. Also 38 months, baby. Yeah, they all kind of slot into this weird Joe Pesci sidekick wise guy sort of energy that's frustratingly uncommon in games. Oh shoot, I forgot. Let me do a little shout out here. And again, behold how wholesome this wallpaper is. Yeah, Vinny Gognitti from Max Payne 2. I mean, he even got stuck in the, like, baseball bat boy outfit, right? Pain! Love that dude. Blast him! Captain Baseball Bat Boy, my bad. Yeah, seeing Barry run around with the Alan Wake cutout, very evocative of Vinny in the stupid baseball outfit. Is that like the generic family photos that come with frames? Or is that your kid or someone else's kid you know? None of the above. I'm gonna guess it's just some random picture I saw on a forum somewhere and saved it.
Crawled over the gate. I needed a light to destroy them to get through.
I've saved a bunch of random photos from the internet over my decades here. It's just kind of a weird habit. And now it is my random wallpaper. The thing is that time window also includes my more edgy days, so there might be some spicy memes in there. Cancelable memes. We'll see. I've lost wallpaper roulette twice. Only twice. And in those times, or I've eliminated both of those photos, plus another one that was dangerous that I found. The problem is I don't know any of their file names, because I didn't name them anything. I just dumped them in the folder.
Agent Nightingale stared at the passed out rider. The man was sleeping off one hell of a night. Nightingale felt a stab of envy at Wake's oblivion, but he had a job to do. He put the gun to Wake's head and almost became a murderer. His hand shook and his throat felt tight and dry. Biting his teeth, he tried again to pull the trigger. He lost the nerve. Wake stirred. Nightingale would have to settle for an arrest.
Yeah, exactly, Captain. Early aughts memes that were edgy. Completely not okay today. Yeah. There's like a handful of words that were.
I hope there'd still be a working generator somewhere around here to power up the old lights by the gate.
There's a handful of words that have made the trek into not being okay. A collage, a potpourri. Some words were used commonly in edgelord memes. Yep, exactly, Captain. The R's and the F's. Don't. I mean, something else now. Well, sorta. I guess R still means the same thing, but still, we've collectively developed a conscience about that particular thing. Some of us. Yeah, pee-pee poo-poo.
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without
Here
a
we
weapon
go.
was dangerous, but I had no choice.
It is interesting being being like within your own lifespan, your own generation. Words going from like throwing around with little weight to suddenly becoming something that you're not used to hearing, and you're just like, oh shit, that was intense. That happens in media tech a lot too, by the way. Especially digging through like G4, I'm like, god damn. I thought about it. There is some R from the 80s in there. I've thought about censoring it, but honestly, like, I don't know. It's like vibes versus authenticity. I should probably just edit those out. The thing is, even over the course of media tech, that's kind of increased in, oh, I don't have a gun. That's kind of already increased in weight. Yeah. You can just cover it all with Mr. Falcon. Mr. Randall. What are you? Ridiculous? Eesh. Old RT podcast drop a lot of bombs that give me double takes. Yeah, that had to be what, like the late aughts? Yeah, being edgy on the internet in the late aughts.
A car was driving away from the farm, headed in the same general direction as I was. For all I knew, it was Barry, caught in the consequences of leaping before looking.
Barry on the verge of finding out. 07 to 09? Yeah. I mean, I think I have some articles that I wrote back then. And there's a fair amount of edgy, try-hard, low-hanging fruit jokes just because that was kind of the culture at the time. I feel like in the process of developing a style, you have to kind of imitate what's around first. I think you do that whether you want to or not, because you just don't even know where your voice is from a lack of experience.
The car was...
Yeah, slash thighs, I agree. I was reflecting on that.
If it was Barry...
Hearing the R word feels wrong, and it was always kind of wrong. That's the thing. It's a cruel thing to throw around randomly and to like... say in jest, I guess. It's a good thing to not reduce the value of through overuse. What's up, love black girls? Oh, God's back.
Deliver each page to the right.
Oh wait, this is Thomas Zane, right?
I'm trying to show you how the story goes.
I think.
I had seen glimpses of the light before. I had seen it in my dream. It was a strange spaceman or a diver in a bulky suit. He was the one who'd been placing the pages on my path. The dark presence followed the choreography laid out to it in the manuscript, growing stronger and stronger, moving like a storm from one scene of destruction to the next. but it was still bound to follow the story and chained to the dark place it came from. When the story reached the end it longed for, it would finally be free.
Oh, the dark presence is trapped in the narrative? Yeah, werewolf. Yeah. It happens. Or rather, it's in there, I should say. I'm probably going to go back and, like... The thing is, it's like... That looks like it's a manuscript page. I believe pretty strongly that, like, putting a bar in... Oh, it's a bear trap, right. Putting a bar in tone is a little much? Maybe I can just edit out that whole segment. Because I theorized about that. I don't know what's... Like, if I just bleep it... I guess that's better than just hearing it. But it still seems like it's only in MediaTek for that, then? I don't know. My favorites are when it's like... When I can do something sneaky. If it's like a clip where... There's specifically one where they're like in traffic. And I could just zero it out and then cover it with the sound of like cars. Insert another word on top of it, like YouTube. Just record it over. I want to do minimally altered edits, though. That's the idea. You're supposed to be looking through random windows into time. Think just bleeping it is fine? Yeah, I think so. Or I might just like cover it with static. I feel like that might be a more situationally appropriate edit.
The storm raged on as the Anderson brothers walked unsteadily away from the clinic with the other patients in tow, knowing that this time they wouldn't return. The darkness around them seethed with horrors, but Tor and Odin were unafraid. Their eyes...
Why not drop the audio entirely for that second? That's really distracting.
There was blood on their hands.
Cutting audio out completely?
Before.
Striker. Yeah, that's the real answer. It's actually what I need to do.
Someone had left a gun behind. Now I had a fighting chance of reaching the farm.
Striker. Can't believe I haven't found Strive Job! Shit. I gotta get the coffee. Striker. But yeah, somebody said about, don't you worry about seeing the past with rose-tinted goggles. That's kind of my motivation behind not really editing anything. But I still think the point. Well, the point is the remembrance. The remembrance is more important than the actual clip or whatever. And I think that comes across even with bleeping or whatever. I think people get that MediaTek is not representative of the present. Yeah. That's what I would lean on if I felt like I had to apologize for it. People are trying to cancel me. Hey, Turbid. How'd your acting class go? Media share when? I don't know. Why media share when I can play video games? You got a stack of 80s classic rock to share? Class got canceled yesterday since the teacher was sick. Well, is that your first class though? You've been to a few classes. Yeah, I know. Yeah, they said you should turn your screenplay or your book into a screenplay, right? I remember now. How's that coming? That was your third class. Ah, okay. Been missing the one on the 30th for LA. They must all be pretty jealous, huh? You're gonna come out here and get noticed? Get discovered? Go up into Beverly Hills and just start hanging out at every coffee shop. Change coffee shops on the hour. Find the ones that have the most expensive looking cars in the driveway. Oh, who am I kidding? They're not doing that. They're having it delivered. Okay, so here's what you do. I guess. You go to Starbucks. You find the Uber Eats delivery guys. What the? Oh! You follow the Uber Eats people. Okay. Some could say stalk them. And then once they deliver their coffees or whatever to the front door of rich and famous people's houses, that's when you slide in. And you put your screenplay on top. That way they have to look at it to get their coffee. And when they do, they're going to see that dynamite title. Oh! They're going to see your name right next to it. And that's it. They're locked in. They're going to call up their people and be like, get me Tyler Gorash right now. I don't care. What do you mean you don't know who he is? He's a star. Ah! Ah! You'll be lucky if he's your boss someday. That's right. The Turbid from Funhouse, from GTA Funhouse gameplays. The very same. Keep like swinging wide because I think there's going to be manuscript pages and stuff hidden on the sides, but there kind of isn't. At least I haven't really found anything. It's usually pretty directed paths. These open zones kind of don't really have a lot of goodies just on the ground. If they're around, it's usually like in a shack or
I
something.
could see the car, but there was no sight of the driver.
Yeah. The man who carried GTA Online videos.
Hello?
Don't tell anyone,
Anybody
Turbid,
here?
but Matt Holm at Rooster Teeth once pulled me aside.
No! Danny, you're not! Ah! Please! Ah! What are you? Ah! No! No! I'm sorry! Ah!
He pulled me aside and he stuffed $1,000 into my hands and he said,
The door was locked.
here's a bonus because of how great Turbid is in those GTA videos. And then he slapped me on the chest and he said, I know that it was Turbid that was funny and made those videos popular, but I'm giving it to you. And then he like winked at me and he walked away. And I was like, wow, this is how it's done, huh? Luckily, I don't have any opportunity to pay this money forward to Turbid. I'll just keep it. That's what I said to myself then, and I say it every day when I wake up and look at my $1,000 in a pile. That's some shenanigans? No, it's not. No, it's not. I don't mean to brag, but I think the run of GTA videos I produced were some of the greatest video entertainment ever made.
I know you. You were in jail the other day.
I went to the farm again for the moonshine, you know? It makes you see. They're not gonna miss it. They're in the loony bin. My buddy, Danny, I lost him. Something's gone wrong with him. It's not him. Like a real bad follow-up to a real good movie. The best friend's suddenly the bad guy
This guy's had way too much raspberry jam.
who wrote this crap anyway.
You guys, yesterday I toasted an English muffin. I sliced up some brie, put it on that English muffin, and then put raspberry preserves on top of that. And it was amazing. It was incredible. I recommend it. Try it. Hey, try it out. Oh.
I've run through every possible course in my head. If I continue like a dark presence...
Mustache Party.
the story I'm
Thanks for the
writing
sub.
won't save Alice. It's a horror story, and it's going to kill her, and me, and everybody in this town. No one will survive. Darkness will consume everything. This is what it's wanted all along. It will be free, unstoppable. It used Alice to get to me, dangled her in front of me to keep me going. It was never going to release her. I'm going to change this. I'll escape. I've written myself into the story. I'm now the protagonist. This feels like a terrible risk, but it's the only way to save Alice. I'll be bound by the events of the story just as much as anyone else who's been woven into it. The story must stay true for this to work. There have to be victims along the way, near escapes, cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die. I'll write my own escape into the story next. I need help. Zane's going to be the one who will help me. I'll make it happen.
I guess that's also an interesting concept of sort of abstracting your id from yourself and then being subject to that abstraction's visualizations. That's not quite what's happening. I feel like that's more of a Mr. Scratch thing. And then it's more straight horror, but it's interesting to think that like you're being controlled by yourself, but then you disagree with that person or you don't understand their motivations.
Yes. Danny, huh?
I really don't remember what happens in Xenogears. Oh yeah, Severance, yeah. Total Recall. There is a mantle.
The farm was still a good distance away. I'd need a car to get there fast.
What's up, Turbid? Taking enough hallucinogens to go through ego death is about the closest I imagine you can get to that are suffering from schizophrenia. So what is ego death? You just forget who you are, fundamentally? You can't remember anything about... That sounds really scary, if that's what it is. Something that would probably be pretty, like, formative to go through, though? I feel like you'd have a much deeper understanding of your sense of self after something like that, if you can reconstruct the loss of self. Have to have a trip sitter and friends around just to remind you that you're still alive. Depends on the person. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. I feel like I've done a lot of well, maybe this is the lie that your brain tells itself, but I feel like I've done a fair amount of existentialist thinking. Like external interrogative thinking. Hip Gods, thanks for the sub. You're not a smart gamer? Are you sure? Because you're here, so...
For a moment, Hartman considered strangling the idiot. Mott was mean-spirited, but easily manipulated. An emotional infant who lived for his approval. Wake, by contrast, was a far more difficult subject. Mott had given him too much leash. In 2 days, who knew what could happen? Hartman would have to find a way to rein him in, and quickly.
But have you done all that existential thinking with hallucinogens? No, never once. Not even tiptoed towards it, really, so... Definitely don't know the full power of having your brain chemicals tell you that Your sense of self is dissolved. You're just a pile of respirating meat.
Probably in trouble down at the farm. For a moment, I felt bad for doubting him. After all, I'd made it this far myself. But Barry was Barry.
Barry. Hello, E. Compton. I'm glad you're here for the Smart Gamer stream too. If anyone ever questions whether or not you're a smart gamer, you can point back to this. Ipso facto. You might want to print it out and like carry it around in your wallet or something. Get it tattooed. Just a thought. I'm just here for thoughts. That's what I do. I'm a thoughts guy. Are you gonna pass out, Pop-Tart? Alright, rest and recuperate. Sounds like you have some busy days. A lot of brain energy getting burned. You gotta conserve that stuff. Ooh. There's like weird breathing inside now. I don't remember hearing that before. A lot of it. Jeez. Seems like it only happens indoors. Maybe they're just trying to counter the, like, sense of calm and protection you might feel by just playing creepy sounds. Balance it out. Yeah, I don't think I need to run around in the featureless tree areas too much. Haven't played Alan Wake, but I've only heard great things about it. Pretty sure from you. Oh, okay. Is it all a linear story? Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, it's not really open world. There are open-ish areas. No, the story is more like, what's the word? Fuzzy. It's one of those where you can like interpret it in a variety of ways if you want to. It's all pretty straightforward so far. It's just extremely meta. And it's an amalgamation of a bunch of, like, literary references and stuff. Tons of Stephen King references. Whoa. What's that all about? Oh wow, so yeah. Just if you hit them before they get sparkled, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, Square Enix sold Tomb Raider to Embracer. And, I mean, they sold to Eidos Montreal as well, and Crystal Dynamics, I think? Yeah, so expect nothing. I mean, I'm sure they're producing something. But, maybe not for a couple years. And yeah, maybe not at all. We'll see. Producing bankruptcy documents? Yeah. Producing hearts and prayers emails that they send all the studios they close. Oh. Oh, okay. Breathing is a hint at a chest being nearby. I always figured it was Zane's deep sea diving spacesuit breathing you hear. Hmm. Well, the chests are being left by... I thought the chests are being left by the lamp lady. Excuse me. I don't know why I'm so phlegmy tonight. Ugh. Dude! Stop it! Oh! Now that's gaming.
Gaming.
Lamplight Brigade just got written down as a tax loss. I mean, if it loses money, what else would happen? Or it's like they delisted it and then wrote it off entirely. Is that what they did? Curious about that. Just appreciated its value big time. Oh, so they claimed a loss in value on lamp. I don't know. Tax stuff is weird, because like it's like you can claim the loss of value as an asset as a tax loss, but damn it. I'm curious how that would work for a game. Like if a game underperforms and it's just like, whoops. I guess you could claim, like, simply evade taxes. Yeah, I don't know how that means you pay less taxes, aside from just making less money. Or maybe you can take the losses of one thing and put them against the profits from another. Isn't that what they do with movies? I don't know, Gillish. I thought that, like, yeah, I hear the breathing again. I thought with like streaming services and stuff, they would delist stuff so that they could claim that like the value in the market went down or something. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what they do with movies. I'm assuming that that's just avenues that aren't available to random mortal humans. Why can't I dodge? Dodging is so weirdly selective. I never figured that out in the main game either. Alright. It's a tactic to excuse layoffs later? Maybe? The thing is, they don't have to... Nobody has to excuse layoffs, though. They just do them. That's it. Sometimes I think, in the... Whoa. What the fuck? Spooky, scary skeletons! Ah! Now that's spooky. Sounds better to the shareholders? I guess. Yeah, shareholders don't give two fucks about it, though. They love layoffs. And they're not like shy about it either. Well, they love whatever makes the company make more money. Sometimes often that's layoffs. I don't know, business is weird. Layoffs don't make more money, though. They save more money? Well, yeah, it's the same thing, though, isn't it? If costs go down and revenue stays the same, then profits go up. Yeah, let's just appreciate that cool games like this exist. And there's a sequel coming. But that isn't growth. Yes, it is. It's a kind of growth. It just depends on what your business plan is. There's fireworks out here. If your business can grow, if your profits or revenues or costs can go down over and over and over again,
Used to
do
be
it.
some kind of rock stars, but it hadn't really sunk in until I saw the stage.
Ooh.
Ow! Run! Incoming! There's too many of them!
God damn!
So glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Johnson.
Shut up and shoot!
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a businessman.
I can set off 4 of the fireworks from here and help you out! Hey, Al! Did you notice there's a lot of ammo and stuff around? This place is stopped!
Holy shit.
So glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Johnson.
Shut up and shoot! Ow! We have to fight them off! I can set off 4 of the fireworks from here and help you out! Hey, Al! Did you notice there's a lot of ammo in here? This place is stopped! Al, hold on! I'll try to get the stage lights on!
It takes too long to hold that shit down. It's pretty awkward, actually. Maybe that's the point? Yeah, whatever.
Stay in the light! Oh no! Why do you keep doing this to me? Do it for Barry, please, please, please! Children of the Elder God! Shite!
What?
No! Why do you keep doing this to me? Do it for Barry, please, please, please!
Must have been a guy who, like, attacks twice. Oh god, I can't even see them. They really do blend in.
Doing this to me! Do it for Barry, please, please, please!
Gotta get all the goodies. They are quite sneaky.
Oh, if I buy it, this is pretty much how I always wanted to go out. Rock and roll! Woo!
Oh, Barry.
This may be the most awesome moment. What of my life? Really? Children of the Elder God! Enjoy it! God damn it!
Hell yeah. Still cool?
That was awesome!
Bright Falls, rock and roll capital of America.
Hey, Al! This way to the farm!
I remember this area being used a lot. Oh! Any idea what you'll be playing tomorrow? I think the perfect triangle right now for me is Cyberpunk, Mortal Kombat, Alan Wake. So I'll probably bounce between those three. Tomorrow's pretty much wide open. I don't have anything to like record or produce or.
Huge manhunt for one stuck.
It's just gonna be non-stop gaming, sun up to sundown.
Missed opportunity for coffee and pie.
Hey.
It wasn't even clear what the man had done, except run from them at the trailer park. Mulligan knew he wasn't alone. The sheriff's patience with the Fed was running out.
A rare full gaming day. Now, actually, Steph's got a business trip this weekend, so it might be a big gamer weekend. We'll see if anything pops up, but. Steph played Modern Warfare 3. I actually. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I played a little bit of the alpha when she worked there.
Bestseller,
But she's not at
don't
Activision
worry.
anymore.
Your cutout's good as new, right where I left.
Wait, Mario's next
I'll
week?
come back for it once we have the.
Because there's a stack of Mario games I wanted to play before Mario Wonder comes out. Maybe this weekend can be a big Mario weekend.
Yeah, that's been my biggest worry all this time. We need to get this thing moved out of the way.
This is as far as I got before they ambushed me.
The 20th? Ugh. Mario Madness. I mean, honestly, like, if I just wanted to play Galaxy 2, I could probably get through that this weekend. Man. The games keep coming, and they don't stop coming. There's nothing over here, is there? Mario and Spider are both 20th? Okay. Watch party for the Mario movie? I don't know. I don't think you can? I mean, which Mario movie? Clearly the 90s one. We're cinephiles here.
Hey, I think Alan Wake here has something to say. What's that, Al?
Oh, I'm Alan Wake. I'm always right about everything. And if I don't get my way, I'll sulk all day long. I'm always intense and moody. It makes me very attractive and mysterious. Right now, I'm just standing here because I need my best friend Barry to carry me. But that's okay. I can just take him for granted.
I think I see what you did there.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
You want me to do my imitation of Barry Wheeler? No? Thought so.
He's projecting a little bit. They just went through traumatic stuff. I swear to God, it feels like there's going to be secrets out here. Oh! I knew it.
As the deputies hauled Wake and Wheeler away, Agent Nightingale eagerly examined the stack of papers Wake had been carrying. It was incomplete, a collection of random pages, but there was enough. He saw his own name in there, among others. His hands shook with emotion. Finally, it was proof. He had been right all along.
30 months. EO months? Oh, I see what you did there. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Yes, there's going to be some big gamer days coming up, which is good because we got a big stack of games to play through. Yeah, I'll see if I can get... I wanted to get Galaxy 2 humming on Dolphin. I don't think that's going to be that difficult. And I need to get a Dolphin setup working anyway for Call of Duty 3, so... Oops. Oh, we get to watch an episode together. Fantastic.
Oh, Night Springs. Man, brings back memories. Hey, remember when I got you that gig? Your first real writing job. What got you started? Was this one of your episodes?
I forgot that Alan Wake wrote Night Springs.
Tonight's episode, The Dream of Dreams.
That's by someone else.
Oh.
We join Mr. Jones as he explores the endless dreamscape, only to be brought to a sudden stop by a decidedly mundane situation. A long line of people.
Hey, Jones, right? Listen, we're gonna have to wait until His Highness over there is good and ready. Oh, wow. Who's that? You don't know him? What are you, Nuke? He's the guy dreaming us. Well, not just us. He dreams everything. All of this.
But wait, no. I'm the one who's dreaming. I'm asleep. Isn't this my dream?
Oh, yeah. Sure. Get real, pal. You're just another dream. I'm a dream. You're a dream. The weirdo in the diving suit is a dream, and the girl made of smiles
Diving suit?
is definitely a dream.
But I'm pretty sure I'm dreaming this.
Well, maybe you're a really confused dream. What am I, a shrink? All I know is I'm going with the smart guys, and they say that's the guy doing the dreaming. Right there.
I don't know what that means.
It means we keep him happy. No sudden falls. We make sure he has his clothes on when he goes out in public. No chases where the monster is nipping at his heels and he runs like crazy, but his legs don't seem to get him anywhere. None of that. Because if he wakes up in a cold sweat... Yeah, precisely. So we wait till he wants to move on. Keep things nice and calm.
Hey, something's happening here.
Yeah? What's that?
What? Can't you hear that?
Oh, God help us, it's an alarm clock. Oh, it's you, isn't it? Please, man, I got a wife and kids. Please don't wait.
Wow, deep. Deep, it makes you think. I am thinking. I did see that they added the Doom shotgun and chainsaw to Call of Duty. Weird. It's cool to see, though. I like the way they animated it. Also kind of ironic, given that it seems like those companies finally have the green light to merge. Or to get acquired. They were this close to being the same company already. God, if you... it's so weird to think about. Thinking back like 20 years, now Microsoft owns Call of Duty, Halo, and Doom. They don't own Half-Life. Jeez.
It's 1976. Madness reigns at the Anderson farm. Contrary to all logic, the headiest ingredient of their moonshine is unfiltered water from Cauldron Lake. The Andersons feel like gods. Odin
That's
can't
why.
stop laughing.
Ah.
He contemplates cutting his eye out. Tor runs across the field, naked, shrieking, hammer in his hand, trying to catch lightning. Their songs have power. Something ancient is stirring in the depths, coming back.
They looked into buying Valve, though? Oh, yeah. I don't think that there's a single, like, profitable tech company they haven't looked at buying. Yeah, Microsoft owns Wolfenstein. That's true.
The Viking boat looked imposing, almost like a battering ram.
What do you think about them adding Alucard from the animated COD? I don't care. Call of Duty doesn't mean anything. Whatever makes money goes in COD. Go... What does it say at the bottom? Oh, be awed by celestial wrath and fury. Okay. Shout out the DSP song Alan Wake. Did DSP make a themed song for Alan Wake?
Oh, good going, Al.
You know what Microsoft owns zero stake in? D's Nuts? Is it D's Nuts? Oh, Sizzler? Also, yeah, that's Sizzler. Microsoft should buy a restaurant. Microsoft's. Microsoft should make a car, and it should just be a Buick LeSabre convertible. If Microsoft were a real tech company, they would make and release a Buick LeSabre convertible.
Fighting at the frogs is hard work.
Really zooming all around, huh? Yeah, calculator in the dash, manual seat adjustment, contoured window cranks. Those weird little front windows where you have to like hinge them out. You like have a little latch and you push them open. AM FM radio. Car like that's got to have a cigarette lighter, right? What if Microsoft had a series of restaurants and if you were a Game Pass subscriber, you could get one free hot dog a day? Imagine it. Every table has a like bottom end Microsoft Surface embedded in it. And you can play solitaire. You can cloud stream Starfield to your table while you eat your hot dog. Think about it. Think about it. Once you sit down and log in on your Microsoft Surface tablet, your gamer tag will be displayed on your table and your gamer score, so people can see how many points you have. That's just for me, I'm gonna be honest. That's a selfish feature request. Oh, Microsoft, yeah. A shell, like a Windows shell taco. Mmm. Yum, 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 yum. I would get so embarrassingly drunk at a Microsoft restaurant. Whatever they have on the menu that has alcohol in it, I can get drunk off of it. I will do it with purpose. Even if it's just like Washington State beer or something. Which feels like what they would do. Clippy Martini? The Mark Clippy? Hey there, it seems like you're trying to get drunk. How about 3 cold ounces of vodka in a glass? You know what, Mark Clippy? You're onto something. Shit, now I want a martini. Yeah, Doolard, you're right. Washington actually has pretty good beer.
Wow, those geezers had quite a production going on. Ooh, you know what, Al? If we make it through this alive, I'm gonna start representing them. Yep, sell this stuff online, maybe get a reality show going, release a new single.
Good luck with that, pal.
Hey, you find us a way out here, okay?
Wait, no Wisconsin though?
Look at this stuff.
Yeah, I'm annoyed because I didn't drink when I spent a winter in Wisconsin. I did a work trip in Wisconsin. And straight up, the only things to do were drink beer and watch football. And I didn't really like football, and I didn't drink beer. So, but now, I could just drink beer until football's interesting. Now I get it. I understand. I understand. Yes, actually I did eat a lot of cheese. There were cheese curds everywhere. I ate them all the time. You ever been to Louisiana? I've only been to New Orleans, which is a wonderful city. It's cursed, literally, and also in every other possible way, forsaken by nature and every known god. But that just makes me love it more. I did eat a lot of cheese curds though, and I'm not lying. That was awesome. That part was great. I walked around in the snow a lot. I'm pretty sure I still have photos on my computer from that trip. There's a lot of I just bought a digital camera photos in that set because I just bought a digital camera. Football is turn-based combat. Could always look at it like that and enjoy it. A little bit. A little bit. Baseball is the real turn-based combat. Baseball is the turn-based RPG. I guess football is more like the active combat system of Final Fantasy VII, you know? You can give commands and like cue things up, but really it's about live action execution. I think. I'm saying that as somebody who's already kind of dropped my pants about knowing nothing about football. I mean, I grew up in the Dallas area in the 90s. I learned a little bit about it. Basketball is FPS. I actually remember writing a whole article about this when I was an esports freelancer comparing popular games at the time to existing sports. Let me see here. I said that speed running was like skateboarding or like extreme sports where it's like an exhibition. StarCraft was like MMA. I think I said League was like football, like actual football, like soccer. Because it's a lot of downtime and then a few critical plays.
As you regular listeners know, I tend to work through the night, but I'm not the only one. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton are taking a couple of moments off their busy schedule to join me here in the studio. Boys, how busy are you now? Deerfest is almost here, isn't it? I bet that keeps you in business.
Pretty busy, yeah. Actually, Pat, we've been...
I want a mutant league where the players can cheat and take steroids. You want Blitz the League.
Investigation. We can't talk about that, Thornton. I wasn't gonna say anything. I was just saying we got, you know, other irons to fry.
And how would you compare your workload to last year's? Things have seemed relatively peaceful to me.
Oh, I grew up in Cancer Alley in Louisiana. I haven't heard of it. It's funny y'all are bringing that up about the downturn in Louisiana's
A lot of people are missing too. Yeah, it's
environmental protections.
Usual stuff, Pat.
There's a game that came out recently called Norco,
Now,
and it's
does Deerfest get
embedded in that very issue. The wealth divide in Louisiana and around New Orleans, and how the poor people are absolutely set up to get fucked. Even the like pumping stations and stuff are all around the rich neighborhoods. You can see the like wealth divide explicitly in how the city is prepared to handle floods, which are bound to happen.
You know, kids are doing fine this year.
Well, that's nice to hear at least. Boys, I want to thank you for stopping by. I'll let you get back to your patrol.
Yeah, Norco was amazing.
Yeah, sure thing, Pat.
Kind of similar to Alan Wake a little bit in that it gets really like heady and representative at some point, and your protagonist is not necessarily a reliable narrator. They pollute the black neighborhoods but don't employ them. Yeah. Oh. I wonder, do they always, well, I guess it wasn't always chapter for chapter. It'd be, I didn't know if they played the like song on the radio explicitly that would play at the end of a given chapter. No.
I could see the building that had to be the Andersons' home on the other side of the field. It wasn't far now. I wasn't worried about trusting the ramblings of two burned-out geriatric wrecks.
Oh, East LA's getting gentrified? Our fresh 20-something tech whites are moving in? The last gentrification... Well, let's see here. Silver Lake was like the big area in the like 2010s. That was the big like gentrification area. Culver City had kind of a wave sweep through. I guess it makes sense that it'd be East LA. Oh yeah, the Thresher?
You're kidding me.
Smart pizza restaurants? I don't even know what the stereotype is nowadays. It's fun to think about because it was truly a different era at this point, but in the 2010s, the vision of gentrification was the like IPA drinking, wax mustache, suspender wearing dweebs, craft beer and avocado toast. The bougie millennial, I guess. Seattle? Or Portland, yeah. Portland was where it was strongest, I think. That was kind of ground zero for that whole vibe. But it certainly made its way to LA a little bit. Hipsters are now just alt-right debate bros ripping vape pens hidden in their sleeves. Ugh. We really are kind of sliding back to that, like... I've waxed philosophic plenty about this, but... there was certainly like a... basic pleasures vibe of the aughts, and I feel like it's a bit of a 9/11 thing and also a bit of a 70s wraparound thing. Of just like, hey, we're just here to fucking eat barbecue, drink beer, man. Ooh. But I guess that's coming back. Rugged individualism or whatever. Is it going to be fashionable again? I'm waiting for the rise of the image of the rugged loser who just doesn't care anymore about anything. Doesn't care about the environment. Doesn't care about politics. Just like, whatever. Just floppy hair, dirtbag attitude. Anything over here? No? The rugged nihilist? Yeah. Kurt Cobain. I've seen some like rumbles that like grunge might have been rediscovered by a new generation. Youths discovering Nirvana and just that sound and that feeling. Just like, man, fuck the world.
Al? Is that you out there?
I'm ready for a new generation to discover that.
Hang on.
And feel like they invented it again.
Hey, let's go, man.
Fuck the corpse. I mean, I'm down with like, even if it's just a zeitgeist thing. Fuck the corpse is pretty good. Again, local library. Sign up for it. I'll be right back. Cha.
Open this gate, Al. Looks pretty heavy.
Okay. Why would I push on this side?
Ah! Hey, I think that's the farm on the other side of
Whatever.
the room. We're almost there.
Alan's a writer, not a
This farm is
physicist.
a crazy place for crazy people.
We should feel right at home then.
I'm just trying to keep a peep out, head on a swivel.
Come on.
It's suspicious.
Let's do this thing.
It's suspicious. I have to go check it out. Okay. All right. Shh. Old gods know the truth. I guess their compliance with reality being fuzzy means they can channel actual old gods? Why the yellow paint? It's like secret messages. They said at the beginning of the game who was leaving them, but I can't remember fully.
Lights are out. I guess we better check the fuse box.
It's either Tom Zane. I thought it was the lamp lady, but could be Thomas Zane, a poet who previously fell into the dark place.
Power downstairs was out, but I was sure I could fix that at the fuse box.
Or was incidentally using the lake's power to craft reality. I'm trying to figure out where the, like, if I don't know if Alan is in the dark place already, or if that's an explicit thing, or if like the power of the lake to change reality is different than the dark place, or are they one and the same?
I thought the Andersons were.
Or is the darkness, the dark entity or whatever, is it separate from the nature of this place, which is to make creativity real? No, don't tell me, especially if it's not something I'm supposed to already understand. And even if those things don't really stay answered, that's fine too.
Again, Alice's screams rang in the stillness of the night. I saw myself run toward the cabin, flashlight in my hand. I followed my past self. I was an out-of-body observer, a time traveler in a crazy drunken dream. This was the beginning. The night Alice had disappeared. The mystery of what had happened during the missing week was about to reveal itself.
Do you want us to tell you what I mean about the yellow stuff? Oh, yeah, if I'm supposed to know, or if I'm supposed to remember, if it's something that I've been told and just forgot, it is P. You don't have to tell me that it's P, because I know that it's P. I'm sorry, I didn't say that. I should have said that. Hey! It is the lamp lady, okay.
Music?
Of course. We need to find where it's coming from. That's the message the Andersons talked about.
I was wondering when this song was going to show up.
Lady of the Light?
Gone mad with the night. This shit's on Spotify. Or no, wait, is it? Yes, it is.
Right. Must be.
The flutes are so good. I mean, yeah, the lyrics do kind of literally describe the
We need
game.
to find Cynthia Weaver. We'll stay here for the night and head back to town as soon as it gets light.
Hey, Al. Lots of hours before dawn. Might as well get some rest. And by rest, I mean drunk.
Come on, Barry, this is...
Okay.
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah. Come on, but all right. Formerly Turkey, thank you very much for the sub.
I'm sorry about this.
Play Big Iron.
I know we don't get
God.
along, but we're gonna find her.
Navy SEAL Big Iron.
Even though you're a crazy
What the fuck did you just say to me, you little bitch?
You're like a brother.
I'm a writer, goddammit.
Correct.
If I just wanted to, I could write 10 books a year. And they'd be the best books that year.
No, you couldn't.
That's right, I couldn't. But I could, because I'm a writer.
What? What do they put in this stuff? I feel like my brain is coming out of my nose. I'm gonna get the recipe off those coots and be a booze millionaire.
Well, it's made with undistilled water from the lake.
Here with me.
I know, Al. I know.
So it's like literally magic booze.
We're gonna make
That's a little detail that I actually didn't catch the first time around either. Find the lady of the light. When is Creed gonna perform Poet and the Muse? How sick would that be? It would be sick. All right. I get to be a ghost? Ah. I don't remember this at all.
Alice, I'm coming.
God damn it, Alice!
I'm coming.
It was a crazy drunken dream.
Huh.
And yet, it was more than that. It was the truth. A suppressed memory unearthed by the Andersons' moonshine. I was there, an out-of-body observer. This was the night Alice and I had arrived at Bright Falls, the night Alice had disappeared. I had a chance to find out what had happened. I remembered being surprised to see the cabin dark. Alice would have never turned the lights off.
Creed did announce a reunion tour. Yeah, they're gonna be on a cruise, right? Or it's a tour? Damn. Maybe I can get tickets.
Beyond this lost memory, there was nothing. I had to follow the footsteps of my past self to find out what had happened that night. I remembered thinking I caught a glimpse of her form underwater, sinking into the darkness. Diving after her was the last vague memory I had of that night. After that, the next thing I could remember was waking up behind the wheel of the crashed car and finding the first pages of the manuscript. couldn't find her in all that blackness. I must have thought she drowned.
Oh, Doolard, it's just the cruise. Man, what a cruise.
Alice!
Jagger had Alice, and so she had me.
Alice!
I'd been easy prey.
Look at the cabin. Is there someone in the window?
Alice?
Maybe she didn't drown after all. Maybe she's inside.
Alice!
Yes.
Well, maybe the members of Creed are all huge Alan Wake fans.
She had dug her nails into my brain and used me, made me her puppet.
Maybe they're listening now. And if they are, consider playing Poet and the Muse. Consider that your fans might deserve it, you know, for supporting you. Are you so tall? Because I'm a ghost. Ghosts are tall. Ooh.
She must be here somewhere. Maybe upstairs in the study.
Alice!
Yes, that's where she is.
Everyone else is really short, though.
Alice!
By scale.
Whole thing together.
They're like half of the doorway. I'm kind of normal height. Everyone else is really short. Look at how short Alan is.
She's not here. You were foolish to think so. No, she's dead.
I mean, the desk and the chair kind of look to scale.
No!
It's your fault your wife is dead. You are guilty. All she wanted was to help you right. You killed her. Oh, hush. There's still hope. Cauldron Lake is a special place. Here, you have the power to change things. She wanted you to write. I will tell you what to do. You can write her back. The story.
I think it's like, it's tall ceilings. There's tons of headspace. And the doors would look really weird if they were people-sized.
And the manuscript was the ransom for her.
Yes. All right. I'll fix it. I'll bring her back.
And I guess that's cool. She sees you, the player.
I wrote it.
I remembered it all now. In the dark, I'd written for days, a week, almost a complete manuscript of a novel entitled Departure. Jagger had been my editor, whispering in my ear, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. I thought I was saving Alice. Even with the cobwebs she put in my head, some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story, to bring a light into the cabin to release me before I could finish, to interrupt the horror story before the ending, where darkness consumed everything and everyone. Zane was weak and far away, but I had written him into the story, and his light had been enough to set me free.
It isn't here now. I'm here because it was written. I brought the light to set you free. You must hurry. We'll know I'm here. It will be back soon. It stole the skin of my Barbara a long time ago. She looks so old.
I had woken up, confused and groggy, my mind consumed by darkness and fear. All I could do was to escape. The week spent in the cabin had taken its toll. I was barely conscious, and fading fast. It had to have cost Zane terribly, thrown him even deeper into whatever dark place he now haunted. but he had managed to weaken the dark presence, kept me safe that night.
Okay.
I wrote it. It's my fault.
That's right, James Joyce. It's your fault, and you're gonna pay for it.
I love that he keeps calling him a bunch of shitty authors' names. Yes! Good news, everyone.
There's an old town road with mystery of Tom the poet and his muse, and a magic lake which gave a life to the words the poet used. Now the muse she was his happiness, and he rhymed about her grace, and told the stories of treasures deep beneath the blackened waves. Till in the stillness of wonder, and still in its misty crown, the muse she went down to the lake, and in the waves she drowned. And now to see your love set free, you will need the witch's cabin key. Find the lady of the light, gone mad with the night. That's how you reshape destiny. The poet came down to the lake to call out to his dear. When there was no answer, he was overcome with fear. He searched in vain for his treasure lost, and too soon the night would fall, and only his own echo would wail back as his call. And when he swore to bring back his love by stories he'd create, nightmares shifted in their sleep in the darkness of the lake. And now to see your love set free, you will need the witch's cabin key. Find the lady of the light, still raving in the night. That's how you reshape destiny. In the dead of night she came to him with darkness in her eyes. We're in a morning gown, sweet words as her disguise. He took her in without a word, for he saw his grave mistake, and vowed them both to silence deep beneath the lake. Now if it's real or just a dream, one mystery remains, for it is said on moonless nights they may still haunt this place. And now to see your love set free, you will need the witch's cabin key. Find the lady of the light, gone mad with the night. That's how you reshape destiny. And now to see your love set free, you will need the witch's cabin key. Find the lady of the light, still raving in the night. That's how you reshape destiny.
Awesome. Yeah, Doolard. Alan Wake 2 is getting published by Epic.
Previously
so
on Alan
it's
Wake.
exclusive to the Epic Game Store on PC.
Dark Presence.
Pretty
A
sure.
horror story that is coming true. Jagger had been my editor, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. Some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story.
Together we can create something absolutely wonderful.
The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. My mom gave me this old light switch.
The clicker.
Alice is being kept in a dark prison. I need to find Cynthia Weaver to fix this.
It's your fault, and you're gonna pay for it.
Yeah, this fucking guy. I guess
Well, we're expecting
he must know that the narrative
naturally. We hope to break
the narrative must have killed somebody that he loves, or will kill somebody. I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, some
I'm
people
curious to see what his deal is.
deal about Deerfest, and I think that this sums it up. It's about friendship and community. We've got a great party coming up, but let's try to hold it in until tomorrow and get through the night in one.
Yeah, that's the plan, Audio. This game had DLC though. Like the writer or something like that. There were like two of them before American Nightmare.
So he wrote it. The key is insurance. It's my job to keep it safe. Safe in the light. Always in the light.
Extra chapter or two, that's right. So there's that. Yeah, that stuff.
All the manuscript pages were
Control's
the
DLC.
FBI agent had taken them.
Then Alan Wake 2.
I think my tongue just took a crap in my mouth. Ugh. Oh, wait, we're in jail now? Al. Al, this is not good.
That about sums it up.
So I guess that one page of Nightingale almost killing him happened this morning.
Oh, I am never drinking again.
I need to talk to Weaver. She's the one in the song.
Wait, there are comics?
What, the crazy lady? Whatever you say, Al, but we're stuck here. They're not gonna...
interviewed Wake.
I had some reading to do first, Sheriff, and let me tell you, it was an interesting read. Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler. It's all here, all the evidence, including
I don't even know that
conspiracy to murder
reference.
a federal agent. There's no way you're walking out of here. You hear me in there, Bret Easton Ellis? Huh?
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good.
Agent Nightingale, I want to talk to your superior.
Well, we all want things, Sheriff. I wanted my...
Wanted my daughter to live.
Not possible right now.
Agent Nightingale, I insist. Wake, what's wrong?
Lady, are you stupid? It's a trick. It's an obvious trick.
Okay, I've had enough of this crap.
Are you stupid?
Wake, I'm gonna trust you with this.
You're joking.
Agent Nightingale, your opinion would matter more if you were sober and if I actually believed you were here on official business.
Whoa! Get back in the cell, Stephen King. The only way you're leaving this place is over my dead... Wait a minute. I know this...
Oh my God!
Light. We need light. It's the only way to fight this thing.
In my office. I've got your things there. Follow me.
Is that like the exact page he dropped?
We're sitting ducks with the lights out.
Him getting grabbed by the lost smoke monster?
Nightingale tried to make sense of the manuscript. It was disjointed and strange. He didn't understand half of it, but it all rang true. Impossibly true. He took out his hip flask when he reached the page that described how he reached the page that made him take out his hip flask. It wasn't the booze that made his mind reel.
See power on.
Nightingale felt the situation veering out of his control, but the gun at least felt steady in his hands. He was ready to fire, resolved that he would let this happen over his dead body. And yet he hesitated. He had seen this moment before, read it in the page. He was transfixed by the déjà vu and the horror that he was a character in a story someone had written. Then the monstrous presence burst in behind him and dragged him into the night.
Let me see if I can find this quickly. Yeah, yeah, here it is.
The weird piece of paper looked dangerous. There was something disturbingly familiar about the letter before me. The handwriting was all pretty curves.
You're in a computer game, Max.
The truth was a burning green crack through my brain, weapon statistics hanging in the air, glimpsed out of the corner of my eye, endless repetition of the act of shooting, time slowing down to show off my moves, the paranoid feel of someone controlling my every step. I was in a computer game. Funny as hell, it was the most horrible thing I could think of.
Ugh, so good. So good. Remedy has given us so many treasures. So many wonders, so many delights. There's gotta be more pages, yeah? No? We gotta guard our developers that, like, are trying stuff. Not just trying to make games that sell, but trying stuff. I'll forgive so much about a game as long as it just tries. It doesn't even have to really land, but damn, the trying is so important. I was thinking about that. I was talking about Stranglehold yesterday, or day before yesterday with some friends. That game tried, man. So good. I was hoping that was like the beginning of a whole new series of just like John Woo style video games.
What do you need from me?
How sick would that
They
be?
can be hurt in the light, only in the light. And I need to find Cynthia Weaver. She can help me stop this.
Light. Check. Cynthia. She lives in the old decommissioned power plant. I can get you there pretty quickly in the rescue chopper. Come on.
Rescue chopper? That'll definitely work.
Wheeler, I need you to stay here.
Kind of bummed that Rockstar got the rights to Max Payne instead of Remedy. I mean, a little bit, but Max Payne 3 is the best possible Max Payne game ever.
Okay.
There's only like a few things that
I need you to
are kind of off about Max Payne 3, but holy shit.
Springs. Okay? They'll know what to do.
I get it,
Springs? Like the TV show? Gotcha.
but holy moly, Max Payne 3 is so good.
Who's Frank Breaker? He related to you?
I can't imagine, like, it's a rare circumstance where I can't imagine Remedy doing better.
Can you do this? You'll be safe here. The backup power's on. These guys need to be alerted, just in case we don't come back.
You'll come back for me though, right?
As soon as we get the chopper ready. Thanks, Wheeler. I owe you one.
Yeah, audio. I only finished Max Payne 3 once as well. I've started it a couple times though.
Order one out?
Man, it's great.
My hangover wants you to shut up and get to work.
Hello, Mr. Breaker. This is Barry.
Max Payne 2 was the best? Yeah, it was good. Payne 2 was okay. It was pretty good. I really don't think you can beat 3.
Okay, so I guess she...
In terms of like storytelling and it was leagues ahead of every other game. Well, not every, pretty much every other game.
Get to the other side over the rooftop.
I'll go.
But 3 has some dynamite storytelling as well.
You stay here in the light and cover me, Sheriff, okay?
2 is like proper noir, which is rare for games. Like usually the most games can ever hope to do is to reference movies that themselves are also kind of noirish, and by that I mostly mean Blade Runner. Or like have a stark cel-shaded look. Yeah, also Max Payne 2 doesn't have an OST by Health, and that counts for quite a bit. God, the music in 3 is so great. But like just the visual styling of it, the representation of Max's alcoholism, I thought was pretty stellar. Also the treatment of the character is pretty cool, pretty rare and done well. Like he's definitely slid a bit, but in a believable way, but in a way that's like he's still a very cool character. Gave him that alcoholic gut. I gotta play Max Payne 3 again. It simply must happen. I gotta play GTA 4 and Max Payne 3. I was bummed. I mean, Rockstar put it out there. They were basically like, we're not doing that again. Max Payne 3 only sold like, I want to say like 4 or 5 million copies, and they were like, waste of our time. I think the tragedy is now that 2K and Rockstar have GTA Online money, they're never going to make anything ever again. Red Dead 2 might be the last like Rockstar game. We'll see. We'll see what GTA 6 is like. GTA 6 has to land, has to deliver. The baked-in automatic sales of anything called Grand Theft Auto 6 are too high to not try to fully deliver on it. But anything else, it's like, it's just not going to be worth their time. Unless GTA Online finally dissolves, but by then all the talent's going to be gone. So I don't know. I wonder. Honestly, if like Red Dead 2 is as high as Rockstar ever soars, that's cool because that's one of the greatest video games ever made. And Rockstar themselves have a fair amount of those slots occupied already. God damn. It's sad. Sometimes incredible IPs need to die. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't care about IP anymore. I don't. When IPs were new, it was pretty easy to associate a creative team and their output with an IP. But there's been so many turnovers and handoffs now. It's like, I guess, provided that teams keep certain creative aspects in mind, but I don't know. For me, it's like, I feel like some teams get on hot streaks, and those hot streaks are fun to follow.
Your password, Night Springs? What's that all about?
It's a stupid joke we have.
Oops.
That Bright Falls is the original inspiration for the TV show. This town can get weird at times. Never this weird, though.
Oh, my favorite part of Max Payne 3 as a Brazilian is that they clearly got Portuguese VAs and not Brazilian VAs. Yeah, I remember somebody bringing that up when I was playing it before. Somebody that lived in Brazil, and they were like, yeah, nobody says it that way.
I couldn't leave without the sheriff. She was my ticket to Weaver.
You need to bypass the damaged control box.
What am I, an electrician? Hold on!
I feel like that was right on the verge, right on the tipping point of video game talent really buttoning up everything about their business. That was kind of right on the tipping point.
Ah, damn! That's smart.
Good job, Wade. Okay, stick close. Our first stop is the town hall. The keys to the chopper are there.
IPs create limits and expectations, can create creative boundaries, I feel. I agree. It's kind of like a devil's bargain. You prove that you can produce or create or whatever, and then you're given a budget, because from the business standpoint, there's value in a known brand, or there's purchasing intent in a known brand. So it's like, you accept the creative restrictions for the money, or for the scale of the project, but that also means you have expectations to fulfill, and those are because it's a known brand. So it's almost like it's a trade-off. But that's also neglecting that people working in the field might also be fans of whatever it is and are choosing to do it. That's when it gets scary, though. I feel like the economy of like fan-driven media is not great, because then you'll get people who are willing to accept less money, which could relate to like a decline in detached talent. Or maybe a narrowing of perspective and creative viewpoint. It's like if only Star Wars fans are making Star Wars stuff, then there's going to be a creepy homogenization of what what it could be or what it is, what it can express. So yeah, What the fuck? Now that I think about it, I feel like that dynamic kind of happened back in my day. Whenever it'd be like review season or whatever. If we were trying to decide coverage, if it was like a volunteer website, you couldn't really assign anything, so people would just volunteer to cover particular games. The like bigger budget, more marketed ones had more people, obviously. And often it was just like, it creates a system where only the people who are interested in a game end up reviewing it. So there's not a lot of like, there's a predisposition to certain viewpoints when you self-select like that. Ah! Personally consigned my hopes for a new good Mass Effect. I've heard nothing new of the hoped for revitalization. I bet it's been abandoned. Yeah, I think for the sake of one's own sanity, it's probably best to just assume that BioWare is never going to ship anything ever again. I mean, the team that made BioWare is gone, so it's like,
I'm gonna want explanations, you know. For example, what the hell happened to Rose? She's seriously messed up now.
The same thing I think happened to me after I arrived.
well, yeah, she's like hypnotized by darkness. It's a rough situation too, because it's like, who's at BioWare now? Probably people who are fans of Mass Effect and want to make more Mass Effect. Or Dragon Age, but then so you have a bunch of people who are trying to recreate something that they weren't involved with but were fans of, and that's where it gets a little odd. I feel like then unless you can fully break down the thing you like into its critical components and reconstruct them. Sometimes when people do that though, they're not fans of the thing anymore. When they do have to break it down into its components and reconstruct it, the magic gets lost. So sometimes I wonder if that's like spiritually what can go on with teams like that is either they still have their like vigorous fandom in place, or they've mistaken working on it for playing on it, and they think that like they're waiting for the feeling of playing or inspiration or something. I don't know. I'm just spewing thoughts. I guess I'm mostly deriving these thoughts from my experience in both written games media and even like gaming video production. I've been sort of impressed at how mundane a theoretically creative and cool and privileged job can become to people. Or really like how the magic can disappear pretty fast, I guess is what I mean. Yeah, Scott, liking something and creating something are two very different things. People that like things are often not the best people to create them because they're not objective about the subject matter. Yeah. Yes. Or they understand what's good about it, but they don't understand the creative process that led to that, so they can't recreate it in another context. Like, they can make that thing, maybe. They can make a good approximation of it, but they certainly can't go back and retool the chemistry that went into that creation to create other things or derivative things. I've certainly seen that a lot in like content creators or whatever that know that they like a kind of media, but maybe can't deconstruct the elements of it to reconstruct them in a different format.
Wake, over here! There's light! I have a key. Watch my back, Wake.
It's an ambush.
That's why I kind of like the anthology approach when it comes to IP. Your Dragon Quest, Final Fantasy, Silent Hill to an extent, of like we consider the seminal works in this anthology to be numbered. But by considering it more of a collection like based around theme, we give ourselves a lot more creative latitude. But at the same time, you also can cultivate and develop value in a brand, in an identity that you can leverage for sales and marketing and stuff. So it seems like it's the best of a couple of worlds. I guess the downside being that people are still not super familiar with the concept. When 16 came out, still a lot of like, and this isn't like, I don't mean this in a sneering way, it makes total sense to me, of people just not getting the idea. It takes a while.
Let's go, Wake.
There's got to be so many manuscript pages around here, though. Let me take a little pass around. A little shimmy. Oh, there's coffee. That's something. Huh? Oh. Yeah, Yoda. I don't remember ever, I never incidentally found everything just playing this game. I did then and do now appreciate just the approach of scattering a bunch of pick-upables across some vaguely open stages. It works in games like this because looking around is a mechanic unto itself with the flashlight. I don't know. And also the environments are kind of fun to poke around in. I like video game recreations of like environments that aren't all just levels, just spaces to explore. I like that on a microscopic level in games like Shenmue too, where you can just rifle through drawers. Drawer rifling is a pretty peak video game mechanic. Whoa. Ghost door.
Okay, someone said you should be in the jury room while I find.
It's so aggravating.
I got electrocuted once today. How about I look for the keys?
So aggressively loud when I play this game.
Fine. They should be in the clerk's office on the other side of the building near the main entrance.
Looting simulator? That's Thief, baby. That's why Thief is also rad.
The darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's face was furious. The story in the manuscript had been making it stronger all the time, but now the light had set the writer free and hurt it, weakened it. It was only a matter of days before the dark presence would be strong again. But meanwhile, it would be difficult to recapture the writer.
Well, that's weird. Why does it say 8:19 when it's not? It's way later than I thought it was, folks. Because I guess I was, my clock's been hacked. Well, I'm gonna have to hang up the stream then soon. But like I said, whoa, we got a little people.
The message was from Barry. He was getting worried at the station. He wanted us to hurry.
Don't worry though, tomorrow's pretty wide open, so I'm gonna get a pretty early start and gonna be gaming all day. Oh. Hitting up all the games I'm kind of progressing through right now. Mortal Kombat 1, Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty, and Alan Wake. And then I guess again, I'm borderline ready to declare a big gamer weekend. Because Steph's gonna be traveling, so the gamers are gonna have a little game in. I think what I might do this weekend is try to play through Mario Galaxy 2 to warm up for Mario Wonder. I wonder if I can get through a couple more Mario games. It'd be fun to play one of the side-scrolling ones. I'm behind on that stuff, but yeah, hopefully I can get like Galaxy 2 running in high frame rate, high resolution. That game is going to be joyous, I feel like, because man, Galaxy 1 was a fun trip. But yeah, hopefully everyone enjoyed the stream today. I had a really good time. I know I've been leaning on MediaTek a little, staying away from stream lately, but I appreciate y'all's patience. Hopefully you enjoy the whole ride. And hopefully I'll see y'all tomorrow. But thanks again. I always appreciate sharing games with everybody. Appreciate reading about what's going on in your day, your takes on things. I can get a little too comfy with being right all the time. Need people to push back on me a little bit. All right, have a good night, everybody. I'll catch you next time.